called Dustless Blaster. Friday afternoon, I said, I want to buy a Dustless Blaster from, do you have one in the stock? Well, we have a DB 800. It's $56,000. I said, okay, I'm leaving today. I'm going to drive to Texas and get the motherfucker. I got my truck. I called Steve Garrett. Go, hey, you want to go to Texas with me? He's like, sure. We drove my truck to Texas. This gets fucked up. I wrote the check for the Sandblaster. On the way back, I'm sick to my stomach, thinking to myself, okay, I just spent $56,000. I hope I have enough work for this Sandblaster. Fuck it. I own it now. The world shuts down because of COVID. So I don't know if it was a Friday or Monday, but whatever my wife said, have you seen what's going on? I'm like, what? She's like, they're closing all the schools in Michigan. They got COVID. They're saying millions of people are going to die. And I swear to God to you, I remember breaking out in a cold sweat. My banker calls me. He's like, hey, you know, if you're going to run into any problems, you know, I'm like, well, the only thing I freaking just wrote a check for is the Sandblaster. Besides that, I don't have no money on the lines of credit. And I'm driving along on the way home from Texas. Fucking the whole world's closing down. They're on the radio, gloom and doom.
Oh
Remember
my
the
God,
model?
yeah.
1 out of 10 people are gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. I literally felt like The Rock. You know that movie where the world's ending and he's driving as fast as he can in the fucking van and the world's collapsing behind him. And
Oh my God, man. That's
I
weird.
stopped in and got a hotel that night. Me and Steve. I remember calling my wife. She's like, yep, they closed the schools and everything. And I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. She's like, you need to stop being a fucking pussy. She's like, now's not the time for you to be a fucking pussy. I'm like, I'm not being a pussy. I'm a little bit like freaked out here. The world's closing down. I just bought this Sandblaster. What's going to happen? She goes, you'll be able to sandblast shit, I guess. I don't know what to fucking tell you. But you need to stop being a fucking bitch. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. So, long story short, this is kind of a cool story. We got slow. So everybody starts doing disinfecting of plants and stuff. So I'm sitting there on Dustless Blaster's website, looking through it, going, okay, I need to learn this. And all of a sudden they come out and they're like, we have a COVID disinfection kit. You could turn your Sandblaster into a COVID disinfection machine. So I pick up the phone, I keep calling them. They're like, we don't have one.